Hi, what's up? Since this is the Fiercely Independent Award, can we have a big up for Fiercely Independent Ukraine? Right? Ukraine is Ukraine. Russia is Russia. Ukraine is not Russia. Ukraine will never be Russia. So, fuck off, Putin. You are delusional. Okay. Slava Ukraini! Heroyam Slava. Okay, and also, speaking of fierce, you all are fierce. These young adults have been reared at the Woodstock Rock Academy. These kids are given, in 20 minutes, these ditties, and they play them. And if you have a kid age 8 through 18, or if you're an adult and you want to rock out to Iron Maiden with me, look up Woodstock Rock Academy. Okay. Okay. But this is about Debra Granik. Yeah, the lioness commands respect, right? Bring it. So it's extra meaningful for me to present this award to someone that I admire with all my soul and am deeply indebted to. It's a good career, it's a good life, it's a lifelong influence when you have the formative chance to collaborate with the queen of I do it my way, I do it my guts way, the right way. Rara Avis, Debra Granik. Debra gave me my first big break as a lead actor in Down to the Bone. That was 19 years ago. It was 19 pounds ago. We shot it right here in hometown Ulster County, in Kingston, Saugerties, Esopus, Accord, Kerhonkson, Ellenville. Yeah, so Debra has been there for me in all the highlights of my life. She gave me my first breakout role. She mentored me through directing my own film. She advised me on childbirthing. She filmed my wedding. Y'all imagine I'm in possession of an unreleased killer Debra Granik documentary of a Ukrainian-American wedding for sale to the highest bidder. Because, look, we can all use some cash to pay our Central Hudson bills. So anyway, Fiercely Independent Award. It occurred to me in considering this spotlight just how much all of us struggle to give ourselves permission to be truly independent and in charge of our creative journeys. You know what I mean? Permission to say no, or to say yes, or to say, you know, that doesn't work for me. I don't know, maybe it's because some of us are suspect of our own talent, or maybe we feel the pressure of the business to tell stories in a homogenized way, or I don't know, or fear, saying, you know, yeah, I know that's the business way, but that's not my way. That's not for me. It's hard to be independent. It's hard to not compromise. To take the reins, to have the courage to be uniquely us, takes a lot of sacrifice. Debra, your creative confidence, that incredible self-efficacy that you possess, your prowess as a producer, as a writer, director, is what we are all striving for. Our time in life is so dang short. You know, how are we spending it? Are we spending it doing what's crucial, what's edifying, what's important to us? Some of us are not. Debra, you are. Yes, she is fiercely independent, but also fiercely interdependent on a recurrent network of people who support her tenets, like longtime producing writing partner Ann Rossellini, like cinematographer Michael Madonna, so many others. Kudos to them as well. Debra, your stories are gorgeous. They allow us perspective to live a day in the taped soles of another's shoes. Your films and docs inspire us to see the beauty in the everyday grind and striving of being human. So this is us rooting for you. Feel the warmth, feel the honor, feel our gratitude, feel our encouragement. Congratulations, Debra Granik. Do you have an Advantage card?
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
I don't either.
Who did that to you?
You don't need to know.
Okay, cut.
I'm interested in human behavior, why we do, what we need from each other, how we're gonna get it.
It's gonna be fun.
Does it look good?
Uh-huh.
It's not all squeaky clean, it's not all vanilla. Sometimes the way we get it is, can be dark and twisted, but the fact is, I am interested.
Jessup signed over everything. Now, if he doesn't show at trial, see, y'all gonna lose this place.
I'll find him.
Girl, I've been looking.
I said I'll find him.
It's not a drill.
He's got him.
Stand up.
You alone out here?
My daughters are with me.
Dad?
Let's go.
When I do fiction projects, they probably are much more conventionally fiction. There is a script, and the script is poured over, and drafts are written, with lots of feedback and rewrites, and we adhere to that script on the set. But in between, we do documentary. I do like to be this note taker, this chronicler. I started to just almost, give in to this desire in me, which was to know things about other people's lives.
Got a crippled brother rides a three-wheel track. Got black leather on his back. Missing in action, never came home. The government tells us to leave it alone.
You can't be independent without people to be independent with, right? So if you make a scrappy film and the person that's gonna helm it has got all these cojones and has all these roots in the neighborhood, can bring in her next door neighbor, yes, to do something very authentic and connected to her and add to the film in this way, independence is, as Vera said, is interdependence, and I felt that this whole weekend. None of us can build unless we see each other's films, and I felt like this was such a injection this weekend, just to be able to keep watching and thinking and be so pleased with choices that were made by the films that were on exhibition this weekend. And so it is a fiercely interdependent community that we all are members of, and we only keep this independence by staying as a community. And I think that as some of the exhibition options, it's a shifting world, and I think there are tools that are used now to dictate or suggest what's worthy, what especially in the world that I'm working in right now, with documentary, that will affect our ability to be fiercely independent. I feel I have to push harder. I have to say that the options that sometimes are on offer for what is deemed interesting for our film culture, I need to step outside of that harder than ever. When I hear that maybe there's only 4 topics that would be interesting, and only 4 topics that would garner an audience and be worthy of exhibition. So we need each other really like never before. I think as we get deeper in the digital era, if we want to ever call ourselves independent filmmakers, we have to do it. We have to push hard as a community and try to assert, I think earlier tonight it was just said, right, we're not just content, we're just not these engines from which to extrude content. We want to be able to still say that we want to keep a shot long or end a film the way we want to end it, like other filmmakers we admire, when they're called upon, why did you put that shot for 4 minutes at the end of your film in the Q&A? And she answers, because I liked it. We still want to have that spirit, and we can. We can if we keep coming to the Woodstock Film Festival, and thank you to this festival for nurturing all of us in this room, by what we saw, by what we make, by how we get commended and acknowledged. So I thank the festival profoundly and the community that nurtures this festival and all the ingredients that go into making this a fertile filmmaking arena and region. And yeah, so the fiercely independent, interdependent MO is what I feel connected to tonight. And thank you very, 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 very much.